Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good afternoon. We live wherever you are at in the world. Welcome. Thank you. And we live. Welcome to another episode of Body of Work. For those tuning in live that are about to jump on, and for those watching the playback, we thank you. We greatly appreciate you for being here. We about to jump into it. Today we have a very special guest, y'all. Very special guest. So, thank you for joining us. Don't forget that link in bio, wherever it is. Listen to the Long Sleeve Radio Thank You Mix, number 24. RP the GOAT. You see I'm repping the GOAT today. Get that Long Sleeve Radio Thank You Mix, number 24. Listen to that. Today, we have a very special guest, y'all. We're going to give it about another minute. Let the airways flood. Let people jump in. Wherever you tuning in from in the world. If you're on the East Coast and South Philly, we thank you. If you're on the West Coast and South Central, we thank you. If you're over here in the Asian Hemisphere, we thank you. Live from Vietnam. It's morning over here, y'all. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing fantastic. Here we go. We have a very, very, very special guest this morning, y'all. This afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. You know, it's all about the passion over here. It's all about the work ethic. It's all about getting it in today, y'all. So we have a very special guest. We have Noor Amiry jumping on the line. What up, y'all? Thank you for joining. You know, artist-centered, a platform for artists alike, for those that love artists. If you're passionate about your industry, what up, Eddie? What up, Spade? What up, everybody? We are happy and grateful today to be here. We're thankful for life. We are thankful for sound and for light and for eyesight and for the mobility of our legs. And we just I'm excited for this one. I'm excited today to be here and have the esteemed privilege of introducing this person. So yes, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Another Body of Work. Today, very thankful. Yeah, we love it. We love to see it. Bada bang. All right, we about to tap in. The special guest. Let's get right into it. We know time is precious, but it's also a made-up thing. But we gonna do what it do. So we are here on another episode of Body of Work, y'all. Let's go. We are excited. You know, getting it in and doing it and being grateful and being thankful. We're here, y'all. Everybody's got a story to tell, and we're ready for it. Brother Todd. Listen, man, if y'all missed out on the All Love Block Party, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. But don't forget, they still got some more summer soul joints popping off. Go check out Brother Todd's page. Go check out Tame Arts. Go check out Melodramatics. They doing their thing over there in Philly. Miss y'all, love y'all. But we about to get right into it. Oh, hello. Are we live? Oh, let's see. Accept. Bada bing. Here we go. There we go. Woo!
What up?
We live.
Oh my God.
All right, y'all. What's good?
What's up?
All right.
How are you?
I'm beautiful. I'm fantastic. Here we go. We got the airwaves jumping in. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all. Another Body of Work. Now, today's episode is super, super special, super fantastically dear to my heart. This person I have seen flourish from the days of Temple, flourish from when there wasn't no 4K on everybody's phone, from the days when you had to go do your own research and make it do what it do. I am so happy and grateful and very honored to be able to be in this position to present this person to y'all on this platform. So with the y'all know me, LP, aka Wens, aka Shades, if you know me in the industry. Let me get out of the way and let this person tell their story and give y'all what the universe is about to download to her. So without further ado, the one, the only, the magnificently skilled with the pen and the typing and everything, we have Noor Amiry. Noor, take it away.
Hi, Wendell.
Let us know your story. Talk to us. Talk to the people.
Well, first of all, like, I love her here. Hey, Farida. I did not expect anyone to pull up to this. Like, I didn't tell anyone. I'm pretty quiet. Okay, so my name is Noor. Farida's killing me. Philly girl, went to Temple, just like Wendell did. Have been working in media for a long time. Kind of started in news media over at CNN, CBS, BuzzFeed, Mike, doing a lot of short documentaries about like social justice, police brutality, racial disparities, Islamophobia, things of that nature. Took a break from news and went to acting school. Got out of acting school and then went into longer form documentaries, did some stuff for HBO as well as A&E. That's the Cliff Notes version. Other than that, I love long walks on the beach and water. I drink a good amount of water and hair products. This is kind of my thing. Yeah, I consider myself to be a person who is just a storyteller by nature, and I always have as a kid. Deeb, oh my God, so many people are here that I didn't expect to be. I'm just so happy. Hey, Deeb. That's it. I guess, Wendell, ask me more follow-ups if you have any, because I know I just sped through that.
Yeah, we go, and that was beautiful. Especially to be reminded of all of the work that you have done over the past, over the past like multitude of years, at least a decade, at least a solid decade that you've been doing this. So that's nothing to speed over. But it's also very happy and wonderful to hear again what you've done. But we gonna get right into it. You talked about your working for BuzzFeed and CNN and these different entities. But what about creating and writing specifically drew you to this craft?
Gosh, the thing about writing is there are endless possibilities of what you can do, right? There are endless possibilities of how you can use character and how story as a touch on societal issues. And essentially, it's kind of the tipping off point normally is awareness and conversation. And that normally leads to policy changes and essentially the implementing of things that can make our society better, us thinking about ourselves and what we can do to help our communities, to help the world. So for me, that is essentially the importance of, and the freedom in writing, you know what I mean? The endless kind of things that you can explore in ways that you can use narrative to bring issues to light.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. And when y'all get a chance to see her stuff in real life and in person and read over her works, like I had the pleasure to, it's magnificent. It's flawless. So can you just talk a little bit more about why you think writing in media is important?
Yeah, I think, writing has been used as a craft to touch people for literally since the beginning of time. It's never going to be a craft that goes anywhere. And it is a craft that can take so many different shapes or forms and ways that people use writing in order to touch on essentially the endless spectrum of what is humanity and what we are as people, our desires, our demons, everything, right? So the beauty of writing is you can create something that's universal, that can touch all people, no matter where they live, no matter what language they speak, no matter what their reality looks like. And that is also something obviously that transfer over to media. Media is kind of the best way to get out a message as far and as wide as possible, right? So that is the beauty of writing and of media, and essentially the power of it, right, is the way that we can spread messages that are so incredibly important in nature.
Wow, beautiful. Speaking of those messages, what sort of messages or perspectives that you've seen? Because you are a world traveler. I don't know if the cats know that are watching, but you are a world, like you really take this world in your hand and you travel it. What perspectives that you have seen that you feel like are important to talk about
You
or to
know,
tell?
I I am really interested in stories that have duality. Um, Nothing is ever as black and white as it's normally perceived to be. Um, so I'm really interested in stories that show kind of the spectrum of an individual, the good and the bad, what we're all capable of, and kind of the ways that, you know, depending on our environment and how we're nurtured, this is who we end up being or what we end up doing. Um, I think that I want to also tell perspectives, obviously about about the Middle East because I'm Egyptian. I think that there's just a huge shortage. We all know that. I'm not saying anything new. There's a huge shortage of Middle Eastern stories, of Middle Eastern female stories, and there's a wave happening, and I'm very grateful for that. And I'd like to be a part of that wave. Farida is a part of that. I'm not sure if she's even still on here, but there are just so many beautiful female artists that are in that space, and I just want to continue to help kind of amplify our stories and our voices.
Powerful. That needs to happen a lot more. And we're happy and grateful that you are taking that into your own and putting that to the forefront. All right, next question. What and who are some of your influences?
The first person that comes into my mind is Ava DuVernay, and I could talk,
Ooh.
um, but Ava DuVernay is a huge influence for me because she came into the game late. She was a publicist for a long time. A lot of people know this story. And she didn't start directing until her mid 30s. And now she's like one of the top directors in Hollywood. But outside of the fact that what she did, courage that not a lot of people have, she's also using her platform to amplify stories that are incredibly important about BIPOC people and communities, and also pull up brown and black filmmakers. And I think anyone who is in a position of power, if they're not utilizing their power to help the next up and coming generation, they're wasting it in a way, because the whole point is to bring up people with us that have potential. You know what I mean? That's the greatest thing that we can do for our communities and for other people in the industry that are trying to get a shot, especially if this industry is super hard. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of the time we need someone advocating for us can make all of the difference, can change our lives entirely. And I really respect her because she's actively doing that all of the time through her company.
Yeah, shout outs to Ray. So anybody in the live or watching this on playback, that if you know Ava, tell her we said what up. Tell her we said what's good. We trying to link up, be a PA, something. You know what it is. But can you talk a little bit more about because you said that it's hard in the industry, and for those of us that are artists, for those of us that are in this industry, can you talk about some of the hardships that you have faced in your time in this industry?
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about hardships I faced, and I can talk about how to get through it, because I think that is useful for anyone who's experienced, because inevitably in life we're all going to experience hardships and challenges on the way to any dream or any goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, some of the biggest, let's say, I'll give pointers because I think that's more useful. If you're pursuing any dream or any goal, I often think about athletes and how athletes have like a daily regimen that can't be moved. Like they eat a certain way every day, they sleep a certain amount of hours, they train a certain way every day in order to perform at a certain level, right? And
Mm-hmm.
for anyone who wants to pursue a dream at a higher level, anyone who's trying to level up each day, challenge themselves, grow in a craft or towards a goal, you gotta have your kind of athletic routine. Like whatever it looks like to nurture your mind and your spirit to be able to continue, right? Because inevitably you're going to come up against hardship, like you said. So this is probably the best advice that I would give anyone who's pursuing a dream or a goal. If you are trying to be in the media industry or be a musician or be a painter or be a doctor, you know, anything that is a challenge, make sure you have your daily routine that keeps your mind and your spirit and your body at top tier level, because that's how you will get through. You know what I mean? And also the words that you say to yourself are incredibly important. I think that's been a huge thing for me to learn, because I used to be super hard on myself and nothing that I did was good enough. Like no matter what I achieved, it was like, okay, like next thing, okay, next thing, okay, next thing. Like I never like gave myself any type of credit or kindness through
Hmm.
that. That I would tell people, when things get hard, make sure you're kind to yourself, because hardship is inevitable and your kindness to yourself is what will allow you to continue. You know what I
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because again, a lot of us do find ourselves being in that position, and that's yeah. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Um, speaking in that realm of being kind to yourself, and I forgot to mention this to you in the pre-show, but your mental health is that's a part of the mental health side of it, right? So what does self-care look like for you? Because I know you just talked about there was a time where you used to be super hard on yourself and now you're moving into, you know, being more kind to yourself. What does mental health look like for you, and how does self-care play into that?
mean? Yeah, I think for me, self care looks like radical honesty with self. What do I need today? Uh, you know, like and honoring feeling or emotion that I have, uh, and letting it kind of come and pass through. And then also like, because I was also someone who, like, even if I was exhausted, I would kill myself with work sometimes. I don't do that anymore. It's not that I don't work hard, but I think it's not at the expense of my health, my sleep, um, other facets of my life, like essentially like my humanity. You know what I mean? I think a lot of us kind of feel the pressure sometimes to really, really show like people that we work for, or work with, like we are dedicated. No one will work harder than us. Like we deserve to be here, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, I just realized that it's not worth it. Like the validation of other people, like do the best that you can, you know what I mean? But make sure you're taking care of yourself in the process. So I've slowed down a lot and I've stopped working like, this is going to sound ludicrous, 17-hour days. I used to do that. How insane. You know what I mean? I don't do that anymore. I really, really try to get enough sleep, make sure that I'm listening to myself, make sure that I'm eating well, make sure that I'm doing things just to be, like, you know, without like an end goal. Like I want to do things that just make me happy. And that's it. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yes. Yes. See y'all, I told y'all she's dropping some gems
So
here for
much.
everybody still in the live and everybody watching in the playback. This is absolutely magnificent, y'all. Like these downloads are so fantastic. So we're happy for that. Speaking of you, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, you know, I talked about Ava and I didn't mention this other person, but Nadine Lebecki. These are two people that I would really like to emulate their careers. They're multi-hyphenate artists, and they're also artists that are uplifting other Black and Brown filmmakers. This is kind of where I want to have a company where I can, make my own work, but also I want to be able to lift up other women and other, again, BIPOC filmmakers that are trying to put their stuff out, because like I said, it's hard. So if I can empower people, I really want to be able to do that. You know what I mean? I think there's really very few things that are more important. We're all here to help. Like we're only on earth to help. And I said this to you when we were on the phone earlier. It's like I just wake up every day and I ask God and I ask the universe to help me help. And that's really all I want to do. you know.
Yeah. So is that sort of where you see the future of this industry going?
What, you mean like more black and brown filmmakers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What?
You hear that, Ava? You hear that, Ava?
100.
Okay.
I'm excited for it. I think, and I'm out here in LA now, and I like it really is an exciting time because there are so many people that are looking to tell these stories, that are looking to empower people like us, that are looking to get out the narratives that haven't been out for the very long time that Hollywood has been in existence. You know what I mean? So we are at the forefront of what, it's a change that will be talked about in, decades from now. It's an exciting time for sure. Yeah.
It is beautiful, beautiful. Wow. Okay, that's all the questions I have. That's all the downloads the
When
universe can give us. For now, Nora, we thank you so much. We're about to get into one of my favorite parts of the show. One of my favorite parts of these episodes is a quick game called "Take It or Leave It." Now, for those of you that are new to the show, new to the platform, and if you don't know how it works, here's how it works. If you take something, that means you would pack in your bag to the beach. That means you would double tap the like buttons. That means you would write a nice little note to it and give it to your mama. If you leave it, that means you would kick it to the curb. That means you would put it in the rubbish. That means you would, I don't know, put it under a ladder and walk under it or something. I don't know. You not having it. All right. So the first question, first part, TikTok. You taking it or you leaving it?
5 months ago I would have said leave it. Now I'm saying take it.
What changed?
Uh it just makes I laugh a lot. It just gives me a lot of daily laughs. I shouldn't spend this much time scrolling through, not, but here we are.
I learned so many things from it now.
Like, also, like, if you want to laugh, you can laugh, but it's also an endless well of knowledge. Like, you can learn so much on TikTok. It's crazy.
My homegirl Fanny, shout out to Fanny. She's out there on the West Coast too. I'm happy on with her. But shout out, beautiful soul, fantastic grounding soul. Shout out to Fanny. Fanny always be sending me stuff to learn on TikTok or knowledge, and I'll be like, okay, cool, knowledge acquired, fantastic. Next one, we're gonna throw it back. MySpace. You taking it or you leaving it?
Nah, 100%.
You leaving MySpace?
Yeah, man. All those like toxic arguments about what is it, top eights? Do you remember those?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Think,
it was so toxic.
then top 12, then top 16,
No, one spot. People are
then 30.
like, "What? Do you have other things to do? Why are you calling me about this?"
Don't hit my line with this. Heard. Okay, fantastic. Next up, cookies. You taking them or you leaving them?
I'm indifferent. I'll say leave them. I don't care about cookies.
Any type of snacks you taking?
Roasted Brussels sprouts. I know I'm lame and weak.
Oh,
Unright?
you just got two snaps from over here. This whole yeah. We love it. Now that you're on the West Coast, the beach. You taking it or you leaving it?
Without even ending the question, I love the beach. Oh, Josh, what?
That might have been to the Brussels sprouts and not the beach, but it's okay. It's okay.
No, I love Brussels sprouts and I love the beach. These are my two musts that I must have in life.
Hot, no cookies. Oh, it's for the cookies. Okay.
Cookies depend on, like any food, it depends on the cookie, right? There are some that I'm like, okay, like this is fine, but like again, I'm indifferent. There are better things in the world. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Hot chocolate. You taking it or you leaving it?
I'll take it. Little me loved hot chocolate. Love. Yeah, it was like a thing when I was a kid. It was like I was so excited when there was hot chocolate around. It was like definitely my thing. Brussels sprouts at the beach. It's a good idea. It's actually a really good
Can
idea.
do yes, that it. Woo! Okay, audience. Y'all getting it. Y'all tapped in. All right. Next up, handwritten notes.
Oh my
You
God.
taking them or you leaving them?
100% taking them. What? man. They're the most poetic things.
I love them.
Tell me,
Love them.
right?
Yeah, you gotta, something about the pen. Something about the pen is beautiful. I'll take that one too. Dogs. Are you taking them or are you leaving
100%. We don't deserve dogs. They're the greatest thing
them?
it, think about it. Like the level of unconditional love that exists in a dog, not hated. It's like maybe your grandma will love you like that, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Shout outs to the grandmamas watching.
My,
Shout outs to the grandmamas on this live and
yeah,
all the grandmamas around the world. And last one for the day. Books. Books. Are you taking them or are you leaving them?
taking them. Can you imagine how dumb we'd all be without books? We all not well. You know. Yeah, look at you. You know.
What's on your current read list? What's on your current hit list right
I
now?
constantly am reading and rereading All About Love by Bell Hooks.
Ugh.
Another one that I want to revisit that I started reading in Egypt and then I stopped. Untethered Soul.
Okay. I haven't read that one yet.
Kendall. Nah, man, you gotta.
I gotta do my homework now.
I'm right.
Yes, professor. Yes, professor. I'm gonna do my homework. Untethered Souls. I got it. Wow, Noor, this is that's it. That's it for the game. Thank you so much. This has been enlightening. This has been refreshing. And this episode has really touched my soul because we got to have a conversation. Um and again, like we said, we go way back. We go way back to the days of hustling back in Philly and
Yeah.
doing everything. So I keep saying it, but I'm honored and privileged. Number one, to just witness your journey, to see and to a lot of y'all don't know, but when the pandemic hit, me and Noor used to have like these really deep combos, and those were some of the things that like, especially in the beginning, helped me get through the pandemic because I was new to LA. And then, the shutdown happened. And that was the time when everybody started reconnecting and just the combos that we had and the ideas that we were sharing and bouncing back and forth, across these frequencies. Again, I can't give you enough gratitude and thankfulness. So thank you for joining us. Is there anything else you want to say to the people? Is there anything else you want to get out there? Where any new work that we can check out? Where can we stay tapped into you?
I am in a moment of, like I told you earlier, I'm about to pick up my next project, but I mean, you can find me here on Instagram. I don't have TikTok. I'm rarely on Facebook. I'm not active on social media as much. I mean, I scroll through reels, but you know what? Anybody can DM me here anytime. I guess something else I'd want to say to people, you know what I mean? This is a lesson that I'm learning now, and I talked a little bit about it earlier. Be kind to yourself. Life is short and long. You know what I mean? Anyone who's pursuing anything, give yourself time and give yourself grace. And the more that you pour in, the more that you will get out. But don't do it to the point where you're, not living. Because living is definitely a really important part of being an artist. And, through living, you will find more things that you have to say. You will grow, you will evolve, your perspectives will change, and you will have new things to say.
Wow. We are so thankful for this being your first interview. I'm happy and grateful. Thank you so much, Noor. We are fantastic. That's it. It's been beautiful. As always, from Torthel, myself, everybody at Long Sleeve Radio. Shout out to them boys at Garden Parties. Don't forget there is a live event happening August 6th at the Black Sheep. Tap into their pages to find out. Shout outs to everybody at NBC New Visions Co. We about to have a beautiful week with them. Tapping in live with them. Shout outs to Diodora, as always, a sponsor. Everybody watching live and on the playback, we thank you so much for being here. Noor, you are a light. Keep shining. I'm happy and grateful for you for this new part of your journey in LA. All the LA cats tapping with her. Fantastic resource. I'm excited for that network. And that's it. We out. We love y'all. We thank you. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful night, y'all. Peace.
Bye. See you guys.